Hello. This is a 100% honest review about the iPhone 15, with good and bad things. I want to clarify what real updates we have compared to the iPhone 14, but also from which iPhone it is worth updating to this one. At the same time, I also add an iPhone 12 mini and an Android phone for half the price to the discussion, to make it even more exciting. I'll start with the battery. Here I only compared it with the iPhone 14. I used them almost identically and the autonomy does not delight me at all. It is 4 to 5% better than on the iPhone 14. We can say that it is within the margin of error. At the same time, I must clarify that we are not talking about a wow autonomy. With heavy use it won't last you all day. If you have average use, however, it will last you a day. The screen has a significant improvement in terms of brightness. This will help you outside in strong sun. But, otherwise, it's literally the screen on the iPhone 14. They only detached the notch from the upper frame of the phone and turned it into a pill. So yes, the screen is at 60 Hz and is not able to decrease to 1 Hz. So the phone does not have and will not have always on display like on the iPhone 14 Pro for example. As for the cameras, many people misinterpreted what Apple specified. No, it is not the same camera as on the iPhone 14 Pro or 15 Pro. It's still a 48 megapixel sensor, but inferior to those. It's an upgrade on paper compared to the iPhone 14, really. But in reality, even compared to the iPhone 12 mini, there are no noticeable differences. I urge you to pause and look carefully at the differences, if you will see them of course. Where it has a small advantage, even compared to the iPhone 14, is when filming at night, that's all. If you liked what you've seen so far, don't forget to like and subscribe.
iPhone 15, iPhone 14, să vedem care se vede mai bine și care se vede mai bine. Să mai duc un pic să mă bată soarele.
The performance on paper is significantly better than the iPhone 12, even compared to the 14, at least on the CPU side. On the GPU side, however, the synthetic scores are almost identical to those of the iPhone 14. Obviously, compared to the Motorola Edge 30 Fusion, it is clearly superior, on paper I mean. In practice, however, there are no notable differences compared to the iPhone 14 or even 12, regardless of whether we are talking about normal use or gaming. I even dare to say that those 144 Hz of Motorola Edge 30 Fusion make it sometimes feel faster. And of course, the cherry on the cake of any iPhone, they work correctly only in combination with other Apple products. The idea is that if you buy your phone just to use it, without other accessories, what I'm about to say doesn't affect you. The problem is when you need a minimum compatibility with your Windows laptop, for example. I have Windows 11 on my laptop, so it's about this operating system. I don't understand how it is possible that when transferring photos and videos from the iPhone to the laptop, the transfer ends successfully, but some photos or videos are missing. This problem is on all iPhones, not just on the 15. Of course, the transfer from the Motorola Edge 30 Fusion went without problems. So what's new about this iPhone versus the iPhone 14? The biggest update is to the brightness of the screen, something that will be of use to you quite rarely, because even the iPhone 14 is bright enough. Instead of a notch you have a pill, and instead of a lightning port you have USB-C, that's all. In reality, it's the same phone, with a different name. It is truly the smallest update from one generation to another so far. You will not see the differences between them, because they are only on paper. They say you have more detailed photos because they are 24 megapixels, which is false. I think I demonstrated quite clearly when we talked about cameras that there are no differences. Sometimes 15 was better, sometimes 14, sometimes even 12 mini. I would switch to the iPhone 15 only if I have an iPhone 11 or older. Besides, you could switch to iPhone 14 instead of 15 and save money. What do you think about the iPhone 15? I'm really curious to read your opinions in the comments.